Hey there folks, Mark here from Blumoo, and today we're going to delve into the awesome world of 3D printing. I mean, isn't it just mind-blowing how you can take a digital file and bring it to life in the physical world? So cool, right? Anyway, I've been checking out a whole bunch of printers lately, and I've managed to narrow it down to, well, my top 3 favorites. And trust me, it wasn't easy. I'm super excited to share these with you, because whether you're a total newbie or more on the pro side of things, I think there's something here that's going to catch your eye. Now, just a heads up guys, all the links to the products we're going to talk about, they're right down there in the description below. So, after the video, you can take a closer look or even snag one for yourself. Alright, let's get right to it and start uncovering the best 3D printers that you should definitely consider bringing into your workspace. Let's go. So, let's dive into the Creality Ender 3 V2. This one, it's quite popular in the 3D printing community, especially with beginners, and it's not hard to see why. It's an upgrade from its predecessor, and you'll notice the sleek design right away, which is kinda cool, right? But it's not just about looks. It has a new silent motherboard, which means it's a lot quieter during printing. And honestly, that's a huge plus if you're like me and have it running for hours on end. Let me tell you, the build volume on this thing is pretty generous for the price. We're talking about 220 by 220 by 250 millimeters, which is more than enough for most projects. And a new addition is the glass bed, which it really makes a difference to the adhesion and the smoothness of the bottom of your prints. Plus, it heats up pretty evenly, so you're less likely to deal with those pesky warping issues. Alright, as for assembly, it's a bit of a, sort of like a Lego project, I guess. It comes semi-assembled, and you'll probably spend a couple of hours putting it together. But the instructions are clear, and it's actually a good way to get acquainted with your printer. Now, calibrating it can be a bit fiddly and might test your patience, but once you've got it dialed in, the Ender 3 V2 is super reliable. Overall, it's a solid choice for the price point, offering really good print quality and a range of features that you might not expect from a budget printer. So, the Prusa I3 MK3S Plus is pretty much a standout in the 3D printer market, right? What's really cool about this machine is the reliability. It just keeps on printing with hardly any failures, which if you've been 3D printing for a while, you'll know that's pretty rare. The MK3S Plus comes with a bunch of quality of life improvements over the previous models, like better cooling and a more reliable filament sensor. One thing I really love about the MK3S Plus is how it tackles printing with different materials. It's not just good with PLA, you can throw PETG, TPU, or ABS at it, and it'll handle it like a champ. The magnetic heat bed with the PEI spring steel print sheet, man, that thing is a game changer. It makes removing prints super easy, and it's durable too. Now, it's not the cheapest 3D printer out there, that's for sure, but you're paying for quality and the community and support that comes with Prusa printers. It's open source, which is amazing because you can modify it, and there's a ton of resources from other users. If you're serious about 3D printing and you want a machine that's kind of set it and forget it, the MK3S Plus might just be the way to go. So, let's jump right in and talk about the Anycubic Photon Mono X, which honestly has been making quite the buzz in the 3D printing community. First off, this machine is a beast when it comes to build size. Compared to its predecessors and even some of its competition, the Mono X offers a much larger print volume, which is super handy for when you're looking to print bigger models or, when you want to batch print multiple smaller parts all at once. Now, the print quality, it's pretty impressive. The Mono X uses an upgraded monochrome LCD screen, which not only contributes to faster layer curing times, I'm talking about 2 to 3 seconds per layer, which is pretty quick, but it also extends the life of the screen itself. Plus, the 4K resolution screen means that your prints come out with incredible detail, and, who doesn't want that, right? It's a major plus for anyone looking to print miniatures or highly detailed pieces. One more thing to mention is the user experience. Anycubic has an app that lets you remotely monitor your print jobs, which, is really convenient. The setup and leveling are fairly straightforward once you get the hang of it. What I've heard some users struggle with is the slicing software. It can be a bit of a learning curve, but once you're past that, the whole process is pretty smooth. All in all, the Mono X really seems to offer a solid package for both beginners and more experienced users in the 3D printing scene. So guys, that wraps up our exploration of the top 3D printers on the market right now. If any of the models we've talked about today sparked your interest, just remember that you can find all the links to the products down in the description below, okay? And hey, if you haven't already, I'd really love it if you could hit that subscribe button. It helps out a ton, and you won't miss out on any of our future reviews. Oh, and if there's something on your mind, maybe a question or something, just drop it in the comments. I always enjoy seeing what you guys think. Make sure to check out my other videos too. There's a lot more content you might find super helpful. All right, catch you in the next one.